I didn't see it coming. Not from her. Not from my sister. I stood in the hotel corridor, phone trembling in my hand, scrolling through the guest list for her wedding, and my name wasn't there. Not even in the +1 section. It was as if I had never existed. I stared at her words, the casual cruelty hiding behind her perfectly curated wedding invites. We're keeping it intimate. Sorry, not enough room. Room? She had space for everyone, friends, cousins, neighbors, but not me, her own blood. I laughed then, not out of humor, out of disbelief. I laughed because I realized something. She didn't just exclude me, she erased me. And when someone tries to erase you, you don't plead, you strategize. I remembered the summers we shared, the secrets whispered under night skies, the way we promised each other we'd always be on the same side. I remembered trusting her with every heartbreak, every triumph, every little piece of myself. And now, she smiled for Instagram while cutting me out entirely. It started subtly. Missed calls I thought were oversights. Invitations I accidentally never received. And then the messages. Snippets of planning and laughter I wasn't privy to. I traced them carefully, saved them. They became pieces of a puzzle I didn't yet fully comprehend. The moment of clarity arrived when I found the message thread between her and her fiancé. "We can't have her there," she typed. "She'll ruin everything." I should have felt rage. I should have screamed. Instead, I felt the cold click of calculation locking into place. If she wanted a war, I would fight on my terms. Quietly, elegantly, devastatingly. I didn't storm her wedding. I didn't call her out. I built. Slowly, carefully. I said yes to my fiancé, a man whose name alone opens doors, whose wealth and influence make people blink twice. I didn't flaunt it. At first, I cultivated it. Every dinner, every deal, every whispered compliment at the right table. I grew unstoppable in ways she would never anticipate. When Santorini came into play, I knew exactly what to do. Not by accident, every moment was choreographed. I picked the red dress deliberately, bold, inescapable, unmissable. A color that screamed power, freedom, and vengeance all at once. The photo was singular. One. No caption, no filters, just me. Red dress, blue sea, smirk curved at the corner of my lips, hand lightly brushing my fiancé's arm. Perfect lighting, perfect framing, perfect humiliation. And then I posted it. Her reaction wasn't immediate. The fairy tale she built for herself had shielded her until she saw the likes, the comments, the shock. I watched, discreetly, as the notifications came flooding in. Mutual friends, distant relatives, everyone she had counted on for validation, they were seeing her, through my lens. Her texts came first. "Why are you there? This isn't fair. Please, it's my wedding." I didn't respond. I had no words to offer someone who had already written themselves as the villain in their own story. I let her spiral. Every scroll, every double take, every whispered question, her unraveling was art. She arrived at my inbox eventually, the tone shifting, pleading, angry, confused. She wanted to know how, why, and most importantly, who had given me this power. I didn't answer, because the answer was simple. I had always had it. She just refused to see it. By the time she realized the truth, she had nothing. The invitations she'd sent, the plans she'd made, the carefully curated perfection of her day, it crumbled. Not from chaos, not from scandal, but from a quiet, undeniable fact. I existed, thrived, and had been untouchable the entire time. I sat by the Aegean, glass of champagne in hand, watching the sunset bleed into the horizon. She called me one last time, voice cracking. "I never thought you'd..." I smiled. Not cruelly, not vengefully, just the way someone smiles when they've finally seen justice done. Red in Santorini. One photo, one revelation, one fire she couldn't put out. I had erased her from my life long before she tried to erase me from hers. But this was the final confirmation. The world had seen me rise while she burned in the shadow of her own arrogance. And I was untouchable.